Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Jeff, and thank you so much for joining me here. You know, there is one thing about the French language that we call verlan. I don't know if you have heard about it, but verlan is when I speak French, I'm just saying the same thing that you know, but I'm just saying it backwards. And that's also what many French speakers do. You know, French speakers, French people, they speak French, they say the same thing that you know, but sometimes they tend to say it backwards. Salut Jeff, ça va? Ouais, ça va, ouais, ça va. Mais t'as l'air triste. T'es sûr que ça va? En fait, j'ai un problème avec ma meuf. J'ai un problème avec ma meuf. J'ai un problème avec ma meuf. But in real life conversation, people say it like this. En fait, j'ai un problème avec ma meuf. Ta meuf? C'est quoi le problème? Elle me vénère, cette meuf. Je comprends même pas. Je ne comprends même pas. Je ne comprends même pas. But in real life conversation, people say it like this. Je comprends même pas. Voilà, bienvenue dans le monde de la francophonie. Keep watching. I'll be right back. You actually don't need to speak French backwards, right? You don't. But I'm just informing you about this because you are now part of la francophonie. And I believe you listen to French music, you watch French movies, and so on. I just don't want you to get lost when you watch a French movie or when you listen to French music. And even when you're with your friend who speaks French, you will be able to understand everything that he says, though he's saying it backwards. Ouf is le verlan of fou, but here I'm just saying fou backwards. Instead of reading from the left to the right, which is the correct way of reading, but here I'm just reading it from the right to the left and it sounds ouf. I'm sure you have heard something like that, right? When you watch a French movie or when you listen to a French music, they say something like tu me rends ouf, which means you drive me crazy. Tu me rends ouf, you drive me crazy. Or sometimes they even say truc de ouf, which means this is crazy. So sometimes you might get lost in French, not because you don't know French, but just because the person is speaking French to you backwards. Just imagine somebody speaking English to you, but he's saying everything backwards. Simer means merci, simer. And as you can see here, I'm just reading merci backwards. Simer, merci. So if you say something like simer beaucoup, that's still fine, that's still understandable. But just remember that simer is a slang. Simer is verlan. Simer is a French backwards of merci. Ref is le verlan of frère, and frère is brother in English. Ref is another way of saying frère in French. Res is le verlan of sœur, and sœur is sister in English. Another thing about le verlan is that we don't put everything backwards as it is. Sometimes we even add some extra vowels in a word, and sometimes we even remove them. For instance, if I have to put frère backwards, it's not gonna be ref, right? Because you can see an extra vowel in the word, and that's how it is. Meuf is le verlan of femme, and femme is a woman in English. Vénère is le verlan of énervé, and use énervé when you're very angry against someone or when you're very angry against something. You know, énervé is like you're very upset, you know, you're very upset against someone or very upset against something. Pécho is le verlan of choper, and choper means to grab or to take something. Relou is le verlan of lourd normally, and in English lourd is heavy, but relou can also mean annoying, you know, someone who is unbearable, like un vrai relou. For example, David c'est un relou, which means David is annoying, David is unbearable. Yeah, c'est ça. Renoir is le verlan of noir, and noir in English is black. And when young people say Renoir, they specifically refer to black people. Chelou is le verlan of louche, and louche is weird or bizarre in English. C'est chelou means it's weird, something very strange. Dof is le verlan of photo, and photo is also an English word, right? Once again, you don't have to speak French backwards, right? You don't. Speaking French backwards is mostly spoken by young people when they send messages to each other and so on. But though you don't have to speak French backwards, you can at least know how it works and use verlan when necessary. Like for me, speaking French backwards just depends on how close I am with a person. For instance, if I meet someone for the very first time, no verlan. So I use verlan when I am with someone that I'm very close to. Yeah, that's it. My name is Jeff. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. If you have learned something, please let me know in the comment below. And don't forget to like, to subscribe, and share this video. Au revoir.